This is Right Heart, Wrong Hands. I'm super excited to welcome you to this podcast on all things relationship and matters of the heart. Join me on this journey as we live, learn, and lighten. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from today. You are very welcome to Right at Wrong Hands. My name is Mercy Adenle. How are you? How's your week been? If you're new to this podcast, I don't know if I'm doing it right. My daughter is always telling me that I'm not doing it right. I want to give you a special welcome from me to you. God bless you for joining in. Oh, I want us to discuss something that a lot of us could relate with. Well, a lot of the things we could relate with. If you've been following Right Out Wrong Hands, we try to deal with life issues, relationships, with God, with each other, and with ourselves. Let's never forget to forget ourselves. So, and how our different relationships can affect us, influence us, or improve us, whatever the case might be for you. When you talk to a lot of people and you say, "How are you?" They're like, "Oh, work is hectic. Oh, work is this, work is that." So I want us to talk about the workplace. Yes, we are going to go there because we have relationships at the workplace that literally influences us or impacts us. Some positively, and unfortunately, some negatively. Um, some known, some unknown. These are the things that I want us to talk about. I had the opportunity of talking to a group of ladies a few weeks ago talking about boundaries at workplace, and that's what has influenced this discussion actually. And it was so funny, some of the questions and some of the um things that were being said um on that platform that day, and it really made me realize how important this topic is and how much of an impact our workplace can really have on us. Why am I saying this? I mentioned about boundaries. A lot of the things we talk about on this platform, I'm a child of God. So the perspective that I would always come with would be the perspective of my faith. And that's what I always present. Um, as a child of God, one thing I have over the years learned is that whether I'm at home, I'm in the supermarket, I'm at church, the city center, or at workplace, I remain a child of God. And there are standards and things that God expects of me. And me being a child of God, there are some things that I expected of me. Am I making sense? I say, am I making sense a lot? So please let me know if I'm making sense. So I have tagged this as my workplace stealing my joy. And the truth is, it's the power we give to people that would occur in our lives. What do I mean by that? A lot of us, we can relate to complaining and complaining. Oh, I'm tired. My work people are doing this. Oh, my work people are moving left. But you know, one thing I've noticed, a lot of us complain about the same thing. How, oh my goodness, work people or workplace or drama workplace. If everybody is complaining about the same, or most people, someone will say, oh, me, I'm not complaining, or me, I'm not. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Well done. Thank you that you're part of the minority. Mwah. Love that for you. But a lot of people complain about the workplace environment, right? So if everybody's complaining about the drama that is going on at the workplace, so who is creating the drama? You get okay. Let's take a moment and let's just sit down. Who is creating the drama then? Jokes apart, these are real issues. A question was asked on that platform was, how do I deal with a situation at work that needs instant response? How do I deal with situations at work that needs instant response? The reason this question came, I I had spoken about three things that I have put in place for myself as a reason of my own personal experience. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and I remember when I started um, work, as God will have it, my literally I went from qualification to managing straight on. I was young, and I can boldly say, not that I'm proud of it, and please hear me right. I can own up to things and be honest about the way I behaved. Even though for me, I hold myself in this place of whatever I do, I want to do with finesse, with excellence, with precision, all of that. And which sometimes that is my biggest, biggest. But anyway, that's not the point today. Going back to what I was saying. So I graduated, I got into this job. Thank God. And I was managing people. Yes, they put you through management training and all of that. So, but you can imagine being a young person. And yes, I'm going to air my laundry. And looking back, because I don't work there anymore. Um, when I left, I remember one of the things I said to my husband, because I was reflecting on a whole lot of things. I said I could have done things better. Why? Again, I'm coming from the perspective of a child of God. I said to my husband, I could have done better. The reason why I did not do a lot of things better was because I did not marry the idea that Mercy, you're a child of God. That's number one. And that's what a lot of us don't do at the workplace. We just think, I am a workplace. Oh, it doesn't matter. This could be subconscious or conscious. Yes, we say all the right things, but you see, action speaks louder than words. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people from my workplace would say, "Oh, Mercy is fair." They would give you good reports about me, so it's not as if don't think, "Oh, no, 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 no." But even in that, I could have represented God a lot better. And that's me saying this because I know that I could have represented God better. I would have people that, me as a believer, they would come to me for counseling, for advice, and things like that, which was good. But in a way, I realized that number one, there was a lot of pride that was going on with a lot of decisions that I was making. Um, I was saying to someone, power under control is really essential for us as believers. Yes, you have the power to do something, but do you have to enforce that power or use that power at that point? It's a question for us to ask ourselves as believers. And I keep emphasizing on this part as believers because we get into this frame. Oh, I'm just doing my job. Yes, I was just doing my job. I was senior management. I was, in quotes, the only black lady, black lady, on the team. So I felt like I needed to let others on the table know that yes, there was someone on this table, and I will not be done over, or I will not be pushed aside, which to be honest was the case. And I was wise, but a lot of the times it was wisdom in my own way because I wanted to make it happen and let you know, yes, Mercy is in the building and I will not be taken for a mug. I'm being really, really honest. And do you know the thing about it is that I struggled in that role. I struggled because on reflection, I realized that it was because I was doing a lot of things by myself. I did not lean on the Holy Spirit. We say, oh, Holy Spirit, my helper. Holy Spirit wants to help you even at your workplace. Hear me loud. We say it, but when it comes to acting, we don't want to wait. We don't want to wait. So I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump because, as you can see, I'm already um because I'm trying to build a background up to where we're going with this. Really, I realized that a lot of the time I was just acting to enforce what I wanted, which was, yes, truly within my job role, my job specification, but the method. You see, there's one thing, having an outcome, what to do, but God has really over the years taught me that it's not just about what we do, but how we do it. God is interested in the how we get to that what. I think I've mentioned this a few times. God is interested in that, because that's what really stands us out as believers. So, in answering this question of how do I deal with a situation at work that needs instant response, so on reflection with my own experience, um, the Holy Spirit taught me what I've tagged as triple P. Triple P. If you notice, I do a lot of mnemonics and analogies because that's how the Holy Spirit teaches me, and that's the way I learn. Okay, that's me. Um, the triple P means the first one is pause, the second one is park, as in you park it, and the third one is play. Pause, park, and play. A lot of the time when things happens, especially at workplace, we're going to talk about other areas. Um, what tends to happen is situations would arise, right? And we feel I need to act now. I need to speak, or I need to move, whatever the case might be. And I remember the lady that day said to me, Pastor Mercy, there are some situations that happens at workplace. You just need to play. You just need to, there is no parking. And that's true. So you've got the pause, which means take a breath. Don't feel the need to just jump and react. Take a breath. And for some people, it might be a case of stopping. So for some people, it might be a case just pause. Pause means that you're going to get to play it, but you have to decide your next move. It's like playing chess. You have to decide your next move. And the pausing, I don't know if maybe I explained it in depth. The pausing is literally to check in as a child of God, to check in with the Holy Spirit. That's what the pause really is. The pause is that I'm checking in. Bible says in Romans 8:14. It says, as many that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. I, Mercy Adenle, I have chosen. I know that I am a child of God. And so, as a reason to that, I want to be led by the Holy Spirit, even when I'm at workplace, especially when I'm at workplace, because I am still a representative of Christ, even at the workplace. I'm still an ambassador of Christ, even at the workplace. A heavenly camera. It's a joke. Well, I'm going to use that. The heavenly camera does not switch off at work and switch back on uh in church. Oh yes, on the last day, the account that takes place in this person's life will just edit the workplaces out of it. No, it's not. So, as a reason of that, our first instinct as children of God is to say, Holy Spirit, what do I do here? And at that point of pausing and checking in, Holy Spirit is telling you, maybe take a step back. This is where you then park it. Or let's jump straight to play. You see, the park and the play aspect can be negotiated, but based on what that cause, what is Holy Spirit saying at that point? And you say, oh, Holy Spirit does not speak, oh, straight like that. Okay, ask yourself, am I about to react in emotions? Okay, how about we go down that lane? What I'm about to do, is it that I want to show? Is it a case of emotion that is about to take over? Is it a case of pride about to take over? Is it a case of even plain simple ignorance about to play out? What is it that is about to play out? So you can see the reason why it's so important for us to pause. This also works when someone says to you, oh, do this, do that at workplaces. Oh, they're giving you mountain of work that you know is not within your own job description. And they're just piling it on you, piling it on. I'm going to talk in depth about boundaries at workplace, but I just wanted to talk about just this aspect of pause, park, and play. One of the things I've come to realize reason why people do that is because a lot of us don't read our contracts. But again, as I said, I'll come back to that at a later date. But when someone is bringing workload to you and you're thinking, oh, I am overwhelmed, and some people say, oh, I don't know how to say no. This is a model that could help you with that as well. You pause and think, can I get back to you? If you need to write it down, write it down. Or if you need to send an email, if you feel like, oh, they're going to talk me out of it, I'll not know the right words. Sit down and articulate yourself rightly. Write it down as a note. You- do I need to email it, or do I need to text it to the person? Again, that comes into play: the pause, the park, and the play. And this is where again wisdom comes in as to how we decide to do this. The reason why I'm saying this is, you see, we complain a lot about the workplace, and I'm sorry, especially, I don't know if I should say this, but especially black women have been given this. Somebody help me out here. This narrative of black aggressive woman. And the truth about it is that sometimes we are fine. Please hear me, because let me tell you, I have experienced it. The top, bottom, middle, sideways. I've experienced it in many ways, and it's important for us not to find ourselves, or not to fall into the stereotype. It's important for us to take a step back and ask ourselves. You see, I've realized that I can control what I do. I can't control what other people do. And sometimes we're trying to control what other people do. And for me, this was why this was so wonderful when the Holy Spirit gave it to me, because I'm able to stop and then reflect on myself, on me. And I can tell you with so much certainty how that has changed for me in the workplace. And it's not a boasting thing, right? There is nowhere that I go to work that they're not my praises now. It wasn't always like that. Do you understand? There is nowhere now that I go to work that I don't see the excellence in my work, in my character. I don't have to say, oh, I'm born again. I don't have to say I'm a Christian. No, I don't have to say none of that, right? Sometimes people would do things, and as a reason of using this model, it so helped me to be able to navigate things in a much better way, so that at the end of it, I can still give light and nobody will bring darkness to me. One thing we need to understand is that there are some people at the workplace, they want to steal your joy. I'm telling you, they want to bring darkness. Some people will tell you, I remember one story that my pastor told us. He said when he started his work, someone walked up to him and said, "You, I don't like you." Can you imagine that? You, I don't like you. Maybe that might be the case for you. But you know the truth about it. You don't have to rise up to it. Unless your narrative, or unless you don't want to project light, unless being a child of God is not important to you. But for me, it is important to me. And as a reason of that, I will navigate based on that perspective. That's me. And that's my advice as well to people, that look, you don't have to go down the narrative of other people. Other people's narrative of you does not have to be the reality of you. And how does that feature? Work on you. Because sometimes it comes down pausing and checking in with the Holy Spirit, or reflecting on yourself at that point. It's all about self control. And that's what God expects of us. We spend, depending on the work you have, we quite a lot of time at workplace, and you want it to be a place of light. And what we project in the workplace is what we are going to see. So it's imperative that we are mindful of how we come across in the workplace. If not, work will steal your joy, and you don't want that. You don't want that. So where do we go from here? Like I said, one big thing would be evaluate yourself. Have a sit down. I'm big on saying this, and I'm sure, my goodness, I probably say this in all of my videos, right? But that's true, really. Get to know yourself. What are your trigger points? Don't be afraid to say, "Oh, I don't like this." And that's where the boundaries comes in. I don't know if I should talk about boundaries, but ask yourself a major question. At my workplace, have I put the necessary boundaries that needs to be in place? And a lot of issues that we have at the workplace is because the right boundaries have not been set. So ask yourself, have I actually set the right boundaries at my workplace? Do people feel the need that they can just come up and just talk to me in any way? And also, you need to also reflect on yourself. Do I speak to people anyway, anyhow, as well? What are the things that is making that work so tedious for you as an individual? Are you carrying the Holy Spirit along with you? Not just saying, "Holy Spirit, help me." Because a lot of the times we say, "Oh, Holy Spirit, help me," but we go to the workplace and we do whatever we want. The Spirit's not going to be with that, because God's name must be glorified, and God would not get himself entangled or be associated with something that does not honor him. So we go to the workplace and we behave out of line, as even as children of God, we ought to work within that boundary. So to behave anyhow, and they say, "Oh, Holy Spirit, help me because I'm having troubles." No, it doesn't work like that. So a good place would be actually knowing, where have I gone wrong? What am I doing? Holy Spirit, please, God, have mercy on me. Let's start with that bit. God, please have mercy on me. I've made so many mistakes. And that was one of the things that I had to do. God, I've made so many mistakes. I've allowed pride. I've allowed ego. I've allowed so many things to creep in. Lord, have mercy. And Holy Spirit, here I am. Teach me. And when I said that, and he understood, he knew definitely this girl wants this change. That was when he gave me this, right? And that's why I said it became a turning point. The work I do, it's gonna be so tedious, so long, hard. But in terms of the people, I always find that God would he just wraps me with the right people. I'm telling you, wraps me with the right people. So, in terms of people, God finds a way to make them favor me. He surrounds me with your favor. Let me not sing for you, guys. He will cover me from now until the day I see my King. Hey, favor. He surrounds me as a shield. Why? He can cover me as a shield because what? I'm saying, God, I want to represent you in words and in action. But guys, please, it's always been like that. And that's the reason I can talk from the perspective of someone that has done it wrong and someone that is doing it right. And I'm still a work in progress. But I thank God for the journey thus far, is what I'm saying. I'm thankful. So I hope we're able to pick something from here. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I will be coming at a later date for us to talk in depth about boundary setting. Because that's so important. That's so important. Not overloading ourselves when people don't have boundaries in place. You know, you're undermined, you're overworked, undervalued, underpaid. The list goes on. So these are things that we will address at a later date. But please don't hesitate to let me know your thoughts, your comments, and we will go from there. Don't forget also to comment, share. By God's grace, Right at Wrong Hands is a fortnightly podcast. Keep a watch out. Every 2 weeks, we drop a new video. Support me, encourage me. If you like, then comment, share. God bless you. I hope this has been great for you. Thank you.